Echo the stories that ignite a fire.
Yo, welcome to another wonderful episode of Echoes of Wellington, and I'm your host, Wellington Osazoa. I hope that our prior podcast, you've enjoyed it and you've learned a thing or two, either as a new immigrant to Canada or someone who is planning to move down to Canada or anywhere in the diaspora. Today, I'm joined by another very interesting guest whose story is going to be added to our sanctuary of stories that we believe would echo through time and space. And I believe that it's going to be one or two things that we're going to learn from his story. And like I always say, on this podcast, we don't filter our stories. It's uncensored. Our stories are real life, lived experiences of immigrants. We go beyond the headlines. We go beyond the social media uploads. And we say it the way it is because we believe that the experiences that one person is having in the diaspora most times is multiplied in other immigrants. And so we share this story so that we will learn, we're inspired. We get to see the resilience and the strength of the human spirit. So you're welcome again to this episode, and we're delving into another powerful story of our guest today, Francis. So Francis, thank you for coming, and thank you for coming to speak to us and just have this chill. First of all, this is not an interview, like I always say. It's a chilled chat. We just want to talk about your immigration journey and immigration story. So it's good to have you here. So we'll just jump straight to it. From our prior chat, I understand that you've been in Canada now for about 3 years.
Yeah.
Right. Amazing. 3 years is a good time. It's a good time, yes. We've had conversations with people that have been here for 12, 13.
Right.
So 3, it's a good blend.
It's a good one, eh?
Yeah, it's a good blend, right. Yeah. So tell me, let's go back to before you came to Canada, right? What were you doing? What was putting food on the table in Nigeria for you before you came to Canada? And just to add to that question, at what point did you realize that I need to leave Nigeria to Canada?
Thank you so much, Wellington. I'm really excited to be here.
Yeah.
Regarding the question you just asked now, I was actually a medical laboratory scientist working with a teaching hospital back home in Nigeria in Sokoto.
Right.
And I think I had about 10 to 12 years.
Sokoto, that's far north.
That's far north,
and I believe that's why you have
just ignore the goatee. Ignore the goatee.
Okay.
Yeah, but interestingly, then I didn't even have this.
Oh, okay.
No, I didn't have this.
Okay.
Yeah, so I worked as a medical laboratory scientist, and I worked there for about 10, 12 years before moving down here.
Right.
I was also an entrepreneur.
Right.
There, I did quite a number of things. I sold onions. I opened a pure water factory. I did a lot of things actually in Nigeria, despite the fact I didn't have entrepreneurship background, because from my family, there's no one that is actually a businessman. Like, this actual, I'm an Igbo man, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
This actual business experience.
Yeah.
So I just knew that entrepreneurship is going to be my thing.
Yeah.
I just entered into it. So I was doing both of them, medical laboratory science, working in a teaching hospital, and delving into entrepreneurship as well.
Yes.
And coming to Canada, my coming to Canada is very unique, I must say, because it's actually a supernatural arrangement.
Right.
Like orchestrated by God Himself. Orchestrated by God Himself, because myself and my family were actually in a particular point, or at a point where it was tough. You see, despite the fact that I was actually a medical laboratory scientist, I was a chief then, and I was earning
chief medical scientist.
Yes, and I was earning reasonably.
Yeah, nice.
And my wife was almost becoming a senior lecturer then, and she was earning reasonably as well. Things were tough. And why did I say that? I delved into debt, like, because I was doing entrepreneurship, I pushed my family into debt. And
So I like the way you are taking responsibility.
I am. No, like
Okay.
Seriously, that was me. That was me. And
okay. It had nothing to do with the economy. It had nothing to do with it.
No,
was you.
that
Okay.
was me. And I thank God for my wife because she supported me. Right. Because not everyone would actually allow you to get to that level of pushing the family into the kind of mess that we're into then.
Wow.
You know, I'm so grateful to my wife. But it taught me, you know, experience, they say, is the best teacher, right? It taught me a lot of things. Like 80% of my income was going back to paying debt, 80 to 85%. And it didn't just stop there. I didn't stop there. I went into collecting loan on my wife's salary as well for entrepreneurship.
Wow.
You know, that was how bad it was. And I can remember vividly. My pastor then, because he was really involved in a lot of things, you know, I told him everything.
Yeah.
He made a statement and he said, it is only God
that will deliver you
from this kind of debt. Because the debt, we still had, like, if you're looking at the payment period for the debt, that was we still had about 4 years to pay off.
Wow.
So we would have been in that same issue or challenge for a period of time. And truly, God showed up. And why do I say that? Our coming to Canada, this idea of coming to Canada just cropped up. We never planned it. You know, there's this idea of you want to go to Canada, you start saving money.
Start saving and all.
You start and all that. You go to this, you do that and all that. But we never did that. As a matter of fact, the year before we moved to Canada, I delved into a business that didn't work out as well. You know, so that's, God just did everything. Like, so the funds, the proof of funds, God made it possible. Someone provided it. Everything was just orchestrated. He didn't just want any human being to take the glory. He wanted to take the glory 100%. Yeah. And he brought us to Canada by himself, I can tell you. You know, and we moved from Sokoto direct. We didn't even live somewhere else, direct to Canada. So that's my story, coming to Canada.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. And then for the records, I mean, you've been here now for 3 years. How far with the debt?
For the first 1 year, I made sure I was there. I was like, as I was working, I was sending money back. I was paying. I was paying, but there are no more debts.
Whoa, that's amazing. That's amazing. Praise God for that.
And it's actually a lesson because, you see, that's why I said God was actually orchestrating everything.
Right.
He knew that we're coming to an environment where debt is a huge challenge. Like here, if you don't know how to manage debt, you'll be in deep shit.
You'll be in deep. I wanted to say that those are the kind of errors you don't want to make.
Exactly. And my pastor, he didn't know, of course. There was no plan of coming to Canada, but he knew that if we continue the way we're going, there would be huge problem. There would be a big problem. God had seen ahead of time. Had seen, okay, we're going to move to Canada. You have to learn this lesson.
Now,
if it meant the hard way, I learned it the hard way because my pastor was actually advising me, telling me, like, when I want to go into a deal, my pastor would tell me, don't, you know when you're stubborn, you know, he said, don't go into this, don't do that. And my wife will advise me, do you think we should?
Yeah, you now know how to do a lot of analysis.
Exactly. So it's coming to Canada, about knowing about debt, it has helped me to manage these credit card things and all that. Yeah.
That's a big point you just raised there, Francis, because I know a couple of people who just came into the country. They've been here now for a couple of years.
Yeah.
And are deep-necked into debt, credit card debts.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, one of the things I also tell people is that this place, if you're not careful, this place is like a jungle.
Yeah.
Especially when you're new. A new immigrant just coming in, you will have all manner of information thrown at you. People bringing stuff your way. Come and do this. Come and join this. This is how you avoid all the 9 to 5 hustle.
Yeah.
If you do this, you make this. Come and before you know it, they drag you. And sometimes these people are your countrymen.
Yeah, very true.
you have to be careful.
Very true. Very
They
true.
drag you before you know. They'll tell you can use your credit card now
Yes.
as your initial.
Yes.
Before you know, you dip your hand into stuff, and you are in big trouble, and
Very
they will
true.
disappear.
Of
They
course.
disappear on
They
you.
disappear
You
on
won't see them again.
Exactly.
So I think this is a good lesson.
Yeah.
You know, this point for new immigrants, be mindful before you jump into anything that they say you will make money like this quickly or not. Be mindful.
Yeah.
If not, you will mess your credit score.
Exactly.
You know, so
Exactly.
that's a very good point. So you learned a good lesson in Nigeria.
I did.
That is helping you now.
Yeah.
Amazing. That's a good one. So tell me, as when you came in newly, what were some of those shocks that you had? Some of those goofings, you know, some of those initial goofings you had before you settled in within the first 1 year, couple of months.
One of the shocks which I think I've not even gotten over yet is cold.
Everybody says that.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
We came in January.
Oh.
And it was -30.
Oh my God.
We lived in Sokoto. And in Sokoto, you could get up to 38, 40.
Yeah, the hot. Yeah. Sokoto is very hot.
So just imagine the shunt moving from 40 to -30. It was, oh man. So the number one shock was the cold. It was not funny at all.
Right.
Then the other thing I think was a shock to me was it was too quiet. Coming from Nigeria.
Yeah.
Nigeria is let me not use the word very noisy place, but
yeah, there's a lot of noise.
I mean, from your vehicle alone.
Yeah.
Like me, if like my wife would tell you, I like to use the horn a lot.
Yeah.
I'll just keep using the horn, and you come here and it's so quiet. Nobody's even using the horn, and like, why? Yeah. So that's another thing. Another shocker, I would say, is how free it is to, as in how easy it is to access. We talked about it. I think credit. Yeah. How easy people, organizations,
they just lure you
just
into it.
Give you, you know,
you want
5,000,
a new car, you can get
exactly.
A new car,
you just take, and not knowing you're getting into something.
This is flenjo.
Exactly. Let's flex it. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
But that's I think the third thing that was actually a shock to me. And
okay. Right.
And since I think I've advised myself.
Yeah. So in 3 years now, before we jump on maybe your career path, in 3 years, would you say that Canada has it met your expectation, or have you been disappointed? Are there any regrets whatsoever?
Canada is not perfect. That's the truth. But I'm very grateful that I'm here.
Right.
Because to start with, maybe by now I'll still be in the debt. 1, 2, the stability.
Right.
Stable life.
Yeah, you can
everything you can count on. You can plan, exactly.
Yeah.
You can count on some of these things. You have all these things there for you. Right. Which back home in Nigeria, you would have to pay for them. Like, not that you pay for them here, of course.
Yeah, for sure.
But there, even when you pay, you might not even see it. Exactly. So that's something Canada has brought for me. And it has given me this ability to, is it ability now? I've been able to have access to this global mindset. There are some people I follow now on social media. Maybe I would not even know about them if I'm back home. Right. Because it has helped my entrepreneurship journey. It has helped because here, if you're an entrepreneur and you have the information, you can actually thrive. Like you can do very well, right? So it has created that space for me to express my entrepreneurship abilities, right? Nice. Without fear, I don't want to use the word judgment, but without fear. Judgment might come in there, but let's just leave out the judgment part, but without fear, really. It has helped me to really grow as an entrepreneur.
Amazing.
Career-wise, I actually didn't want to continue my career in Canada. I didn't want to. I wanted to just get into entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
But I'm actually practicing as a medical laboratory scientist, but it's called technologist here.
Right.
So I'm a relief staff.
Mm-hmm.
I just want that on the side. So I delve into something else. So Canada has given me that space.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah. So you just talked about career. I just want to ask one more question before we delve into career very quickly.
Okay.
One of the big shocker that I also hear from a lot of immigrants when they come here, especially with their families, is that the way the country is designed, the system, the culture, and the fact that you come in here without the normal support system you have back home.
Yeah.
A lot of families are shaking. The foundation of families are shaking most times. And most people, if they don't get it right, that becomes the beginning of fragmentation in families. So how would you say you're coming to Canada with wife and kids? I mean, I heard some of the comments you made about your wife.
Yeah.
I'm sure she was very supportive. Even when you were putting the family in debt, she was there.
Yeah.
She had a great job. Has coming to Canada affected your family dynamics in any way? Positive, negative?
Yes, I would say it has, because like you said, if you're not very careful, this environment, I say it's structured in a way that if you're not very careful, you would lose your spouse in a period of time.
It's correct. What you're saying is correct. That statement is correct.
That's one thing I would advise anyone that is coming to Canada. Set and prove your home.
Can you say that again?
Okay.
Can you say that?
Okay. You know when you say
Satan proof.
Exactly.
Now it makes
Exactly.
sense. Now
when you say a vehicle is bulletproof, right?
Yeah.
So set and prove your home.
Set and prove your home. That should,
you have to work at set and proving your home.
Home. That's a new vocabulary.
Yes, I know. Yes, because
that's so true.
It is. I've seen firsthand how families have been divided. You come to Canada with your family intact, with your wife and kids, excited to go enjoy the new life.
Yeah.
And you come here, you lose your spouse. And you ask yourself, is this why I came to Canada for? That's alone. I don't want to say the fear of that, but Canada cannot take my spouse from me. If you know what I mean.
That's a solid statement.
Do you understand?
You won't let it happen.
I won't let it happen.
That should sink in the hearts of a lot of people.
Yes.
Don't let it happen.
Don't let it happen. And it's not just it's not from one partner. It's on both sides. Both of you. Because the system is built in such a way that if you're not careful, okay, the man is working, let's say 9 to 9 job.
Not 9 to 5, 9 to 9.
No, 9 to 9.
In Canada.
Yes, it's 12 hours. It's 12 hours. 9 to 9.
So there's no laziness in this place.
No. If you're not working,
no laziness.
You'll be pushed out. You'll be on the street.
Amazing.
You have to walk. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Even if my mindset has changed now, we'll get to that.
You're working smarter now.
Yeah, I'm working smarter now.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
So the husband is there, 9 to 9 job. The wife has to go to work because both of them have to work to be able to actually take care of the family. Right? Because the bills, they are real. They are not joking.
They are not joking. The bills are not joking.
They are not.
Some come bi-weekly.
Exactly. Some come bi-weekly, exactly. Some come bi-weekly.
Bi-weekly, yeah.
Yes. So both of you have to support each other to make sure things work well. Yeah. Right? And the kids are there.
Yeah.
So we tend to push the kids to school. And from school, the daycare goes to school, pick them up, back to daycare. And when the wife or whoever is available, it's based on availability. Exactly.
Yeah.
So
nobody's
nice. So whoever is available, you go, pick up your kids, and you're planning for the next day.
And it's back to back.
And it's back to back, including weekends. You don't even have time. You don't even know how your spouse is feeling. You don't understand what the kids are going through in school.
In school.
Coming to a new environment.
If you are not intentional, though.
That's if you're not intentional.
Yeah.
Coming to a new environment, meeting new people.
Right.
You're black. Don't forget.
That's another point.
Exactly.
Right.
And that's one thing that kids go through, and a lot of parents don't even know. They don't know about it, but that's a different story. But the struggle is real. And before you know it, this division starts creeping into your home, and it becomes normal. Like you start seeing it as, oh, it's fine. We're hustling. We're going to work. We have to pay the bills. No problem. Let's just keep it going. And 6 months, 1 year, you realize that
things are drifting
apart. You don't even know your spouse anymore. Do you understand? And little things that were just not just issues back home, like you guys would just overlook and starts becoming problem, like not just little problem, big problem. And you start asking yourself, is this something I did wrong? Like I've been doing this for the past 10 years. How come now suddenly it's a problem? Do you understand? Suddenly we start becoming selfish. And it's not intentional. That's the thing.
It's the system.
The system. It's not intentional. You start becoming selfish, and you know, Mr. A wants to protect his or her own interests. Mr. B, I mean, you're going to work. It's understandable. You get back home, you're tired. You know, there's no time to even go on dates.
Right.
You date, you're not even thinking of it. Like, you want to have sex with your wife. Like, maybe you've done that. Maybe you do it regularly. 1 month would pass by. You can't even. Do you understand? So that's how bad it is. It's really bad, really bad. So that's something people should pay attention to. Yeah.
So so your own family now, you guys more like this, or
I would say we are very conscious of that. And we built a structure from home, from Nigeria, that has really helped us.
Helped you guys.
Yes. Yeah. That has really helped us. So there are things we do back home, like prayers, bringing family together.
Some things are non-negotiable. Some things must.
Yes.
Yeah. So you have systems in place.
Exactly. We have systems.
House.
Yeah, exactly.
Amazing.
But sometimes those systems are actually threatened.
So you keep working at it.
You just keep working at it. Yeah. But
I like this phrase should be written on stones.
Okay.
Don't let Canada take your family away from you.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's
very
powerful.
true.
That's a powerful statement.
I've seen families that have broken up.
That's a powerful statement. Nice one. Amazing. So let's jump to your career now, right? So you came in 3 years ago. So what has your career path been like? So my question would be, what was your first job like? How was your career path been like? And then in the workspace, have you experienced any form of stereotyping? Any form of, you know what I mean? The color of your skin thing.
Yeah. So when I came in, my wife came in first. She came in then 4 months after I came in with the kids. She got a good job, got an apartment before we came in.
Right.
So when after we came in, I think I didn't get a job for about 3 months or so. I came in January, then I got a job in March. Yeah. And it was a customer service job. And we have the experience back home, and as an entrepreneur dealing with customers, that's customer service. So I started the job, and it was good. It was helping out with the bills. It was work from home, and but one thing that you get to meet some. I don't want to use very heavy words here, but some customers are not just nice. Some customers are not just nice. And in fact, one of them, the way you just call the customer service agent and the person tells you, hey, my name is Francis. How can I be of help to you?
Yeah.
And the customer on the other side said, can you please speak English?
Oh my God.
And I'm like, Oh,
Can you
I
speak
didn't
English?
realize I was speaking French. So that was,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, wow.
So for somebody that scored at least a minimum of 8 in IELTS or 7 before coming,
Oh.
speaking whatever, you've been
Yeah.
certified. Well, I mean, English is like,
That's our first language.
that's our first language.
Exactly.
And then you come here and someone is telling you, can you speak English?
Exactly. And you're like,
Yeah.
okay. And
Right.
on that job, you're not allowed to talk back to customers.
Right.
You have to be nice to customers. And that's really was very frustrating for me. I had some terrible customers that was really not nice at all.
Right.
So that wasn't a good one for me. But I started with that job. But I am very happy because I believe customer service agents should be paid one of the best.
Yeah.
That's the way I see it, because they are the face of your company. Anything you're doing, they are the ones that will speak to the customers directly, and it's a minimum wage job. Well, yeah, it is what it is. I'm grateful I started with that, and I was going to start entrepreneurship. I started car detailing on the side.
So you have a car detailing
company
service. Yeah. Okay. Nice.
So I started that on the side while I was also a customer service agent. And at some point, I didn't want to really practice my profession. I didn't want to get into my profession. So until my wife convinced me, she convinced me to get into the profession. So I started preparing for exams and all that. But after that job, I got a job as a care agent, like what do they call it now?
Like caregivers.
Caregivers, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So I got that job. I worked there for like 3 or 4 months or 5 months. I can't remember right now. So, and I had an experience there that really hits me so hard. Yeah. It was actually a high risk home, and you would not believe it. One of the kids there.
So for the sake of our listeners, what do you mean by high risk home? What does that mean?
Oh, okay. There are kids that have actually been exposed to drugs earlier and all that. Yeah. So that's the home where I worked, and I had this very terrible experience then. And one of the clients, a 14-year-old girl, slapped me.
Wow.
So you can imagine,
unprovoked.
Like, I was upset, but I'm grateful because I didn't react. I didn't retaliate, because it would have been a different story.
Of course. Yeah.
It would have been a different story.
You're even a black man.
Exactly.
So that would worsen the situation.
My case was so unique that because the scenario, everything was captured in a camera.
Okay.
So because the police guys were called, they came, some agencies were there, and that from that day, I shed tears, because I have a 12-year-old, which is almost as old as the 14-year-old.
Yeah,
so how can this girl slap me? That kind of thing. I'm like, whoa, okay, is this what I've come to Canada to do? That kind of feeling. It was really bad. Like, I felt so bad that season, but I'm grateful. Like I said, I didn't retaliate. I kept my calm. We had evidence on camera that she actually slapped me. Yeah. So for anyone coming or doing a care job, it's just grace to you. I would say.
Care job, they have a lot of people have a lot of terrible experiences.
Yeah. So it's
some people, even with older, that are tending to older people, they get molested, they get abused.
Yeah.
It's a terrible experience that people go through. Yeah, just to make ends meet.
To make ends meet, because you have bills to pay.
You have bills to pay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So after that job, what?
Yeah, so after that job, I got I started my licensing process. I wrote my exam. I got a job with Canadian Blood Services.
Right.
I worked there as donor care associates. We were the ones that we collect the blood.
Okay.
Then I got another role. I still work with Canadian Blood Services, but as a coordinator. So I've been working with them now for like a year plus now. But I was in the process. I wrote my licensing exam. I passed my exam.
Oh, wow,
I
nice.
got
Praise
my
God.
permits. So I work as a medical laboratory technologist, as a relief staff with APL. So
Right.
yeah,
Amazing
Yeah.
stuff. Amazing stuff. I would say life has been pretty good for you in Canada here.
I would
Even
say
3 years.
Yeah,
3 years.
I would say God has been
you've
faithful.
gotten your license.
Yeah.
And this licensing thing is an issue.
It's a big one.
It's a big issue. The fact that
Yeah,
you have somebody with PhD from Africa coming
course.
here, and
Yeah.
you have to go through the.
and some people
They
actually
care.
don't want to even
you
do
don't want
it
to go through that
because
stress.
they just end up going
Yeah.
for menial jobs and just stay comfortable that way.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So tell us. Of course, I'm also aware that with your job, you also. An entrepreneur. The same thing that put you in trouble in Nigeria. You are doing the same thing here but now with sense.
Yeah, with sense.
You're doing it with sense. And of course, if it's in your blood, it's in your blood, right?
Yeah.
And I think it's a good piece of advice to tell anybody, a migrant in this part of the world, to say, look, you must have something by the side.
Yeah.
You have to have something.
Yeah.
First of all, it's either something that you're using to fulfill purpose. If you have a calling and you feel this is my area, the system, if you plug yourself in, it's an enabling environment where you can do that.
Yeah.
And if you're not a purpose-driven person, just find something else doing.
Yeah.
Because the 9 to 5 or the 9 to 9 job is not certain. It's not assured.
It's not.
Have you ever lost a job before?
No, I've not. No, I've not.
But you know people.
But I know people that have lost, and even in this age, the job you think you have,
it's fast. You can have work today, resume work tomorrow,
and you're normal.
And they are calling you for a meeting, and they say, "Guy, we don't need your set," and there's no emotions attached to it. So you have another stuff you're doing, a big gig. I see it as a big gig.
Yeah.
Which I want you to tell us. Maybe also throw it out there for people who would want to plug in.
Yeah.
You have a. Will I call it an invention now?
It's an invention. Is it an invention? Is it an invention now? It's not an invention.
Okay, so tell us about it.
It's an innovation.
It's an innovation,
yes,
which is great.
It's an innovation.
Yeah, tell us about
it. Well, it came to life, or it was birthed from my own experience with my kids. Currently, screen time is a huge problem.
Right.
I know because I'm a parent. I've seen it in my home, and I've had conversations with parents as well.
Right.
And even what you see on screen, right, on TVs and all that, it's a huge problem. The screens are taking away our kids gradually, and it's something that we are not very much aware of yet.
And it's dicey because like we said earlier on, because of the way parents are so busy pursuing stuff, you're also looking for what will engage the kids. If they can let them just be engaged doing something.
Exactly, you want to have your peace.
You want to just have one small time to yourself. And so most times we leave them to the screens.
Yes, okay. And that is a trap.
It's a big trap.
It's a big trap. So, on a fateful day, one of my sons, I have 3 sons. One of my sons was supposed to do his homework. I was at work, so I called him. I'm like, "So what are you doing? Are you working on your homework?" He said, "Yes, it was." I'm like, "Okay, that's fine." My wife did the same. "What are you doing? Working on my homework?" I said, "Okay, that's fine." Only for us to realize hours later that he was actually on screen playing games. He abandoned his homework. Something he was supposed to submit the next day. Now, coming from Nigeria, you know the way you take care of kids, you know. And here it's a different thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how do I go about this that would not allow me lose my kids?
And lose your influence
and
over
lose
them.
my influence over them. That was where I started thinking. The innovation person in me kicked in. I started thinking, okay, what do I do?
Yeah.
I started having conversations with people, with parents to know, okay, is this actually a problem? I needed to do some validation, right?
Yeah, of course,
So,
of course.
Is it actually a problem? And I realized that it was actually a huge problem.
Yeah.
And I made up my mind to do something about it. That was actually what brought about the birth of Invento Books.
Inventor Books.
Inventor Box.
Box.
Yes.
Okay.
Inventor Box. It's actually a platform where we don't take screen away from the kids.
Mm-hmm.
We actually transform screen time to skill time.
Okay. Well, that's a good
So
one.
what we do, we want to imbibe in the kids that culture of still loving the screen, but instead of being or getting addicted to the screen, doing something else that you're not gaining anything from,
Mm-hmm.
and it's even exposing you to a lot of
vices
and
people.
exactly.
Yeah.
Why can we have that teach you some things that you yourself, even without the influence of your parents, would want to go to?
Okay.
You go to it
Right.
just the way you want to go to the screen to play games.
Right.
You want to watch
and it will also be that engaging.
It will also be that engaging.
Right.
To be gamified.
Right.
It's going to be fun. Right? If we can have something like that for kids, that would, at the end of the day, creating them future-proof skills. Why not? So that's what we're doing. I hold it very dear to my heart because it's going to transform a lot of lives. We're talking about skills like cyber security, digital skills, all sort of digital skills, coding, video editing, like just name it. We want to start. It's actually going to be for kids from age 6 to 13 and more.
Okay, nice.
Where kids start learning entrepreneurship from that age bracket.
Yeah.
I mean, why can't our kids have businesses at 15 or 16? Is it out of place?
No, it's not. Definitely not.
Exactly. So that's the vision. That at 17, 18, and as a matter of fact, when your child is about to leave your home, he's not looking for the job. No offense. I mean, the people that want to go flip burgers, right?
Right.
But he's not looking for that kind of job. You're so comfortable that you're able to pay for your own house. You know how challenging it is. This environment has been built in such a way that you get to pay for your house for 30 years or more.
Yeah.
What if our kids start early and get their first house at 20?
And with the advent of AI now, it makes things
exactly.
Yeah, it makes things way easier for kids to. A lot of children are making money.
A lot of children are making money. So why can't our kids be part of it?
Yeah.
So that's what we're doing currently.
Okay.
Yeah.
So people, is it like an app? Or is it a box, a physical box? And how would people
I know. It started as a box, a subscription, but it actually is going to be a subscription, a monthly subscription, because we're building it in such a way that you're going to have missions. The kids are going to have missions. Mm-hmm. It's actually 2 classes per month with 3 missions each class.
Okay.
And at the end of each mission, you're going to have projects to submit, and they're all gamified and fun.
Okay.
Right. And at the end of it, you get skill coins that is actually redeemable. So kids actually get paid. So that's a good motivation. So it's a way to rewire their mind.
Nice.
So having to get into entrepreneurship, you get something done, you get paid for it. From what you get paid, you start something. It could be financial literacy. You start learning how to invest.
Right.
Because these are the things we're going to teach you. Right. But in a very fun way. And it's going to be in stages. Right. So depending on your age and your ability to actually understand what we're teaching. Mm-hmm. So that's what we have the box there because we have the hybrid part, the package, and we have just the digital and entrepreneurship package. Okay. So the hybrid is just Canada because it's Canada, because logistics of sending box. We're sending STEM kits, like real STEM kits to homes. Okay. And the fee of it, the subscription includes the shipping as well. And everything. So you get to build, you get a video, you get to teach you how to build that. So you build it and you submit, you get your scores and all that. So that's how it's going to be. Okay. Yeah, but we're launching very soon.
Very soon.
Yeah,
okay.
Very soon.
Well, that's a good innovation, like you said. let us know as soon as it's
sure,
out so that we can also publicize it for
Yeah.
you as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I have 3 kids as well. And my kids are tech savvy as well. My son he's already a guru in coding and all those stuff, Python, all those languages.
That's the plan.
He's already thinking of solving problems with some of his knowledge. So I think our children would also really, like to partake in this. So as soon as you kick off, let us know. Yeah. And I'm excited that this is a Ninja guy doing this. Our people are doing stuff.
Yeah.
And I think for me, I'm actually excited when I hear our stories, just to let fellow immigrants know that, look, don't limit yourself.
Yeah, very true. You
are just 3 years old in Canada. Look at your journey so far. You have a car detailing business. You have a 9 to 5. You had a couple of, somebody slapped you. It's part of the story.
Of course, it is part of the story.
Some of us have done Uber. Some people would have done Uber, done Skip, all manner of. Look, in this part of the world, there's dignity in labor.
Yeah.
Never look down. And you see, I think my biggest advice would be, while you are doing those McDonald's jobs, Skip, and those jobs that you think, oh, this is beneath me, a okay job. Yeah. How can I'm a professor in Nigeria, I have PhD, I'm doing the. See, while you are doing that, never allow that circumstance to becloud your creativity and your dreams.
Yeah.
Because somebody who is doing that today, if you plug yourself into the system, you can be whatever you want to be.
Yeah.
You can, like, you're having an innovation, right? A new innovation.
Yeah.
And you never can tell how far it will go.
Yeah.
And that's just the resilience of the Nigerian spirit, the African spirit, the immigrant spirit, where even though you're in a place where somebody slaps you or somebody's mouth, someone is, is looking down on you because of the color of your skin, you don't never allow that break your spirit.
Yes.
If you allow that break your spirit, you're done for.
You're done. Yeah.
Never allow the system break your spirit. Tell yourself that, and you see, whatever skills you have that you've built, you brought from Nigeria or Africa, that skill is good enough. It's a good enough foundation that you can, don't look down on it to become whatever it is you want to become. So your story, I think, has been very inspiring.
Yeah.
So we'll be wrapping up very soon. So in 3 years, you've settled in pretty fast. To
the glory of God.
Yeah, I mean, you have some people have been here for 3 years. They don't have steady job.
Yeah.
So you've gotten your steady job. Your wife is working. Kids are in school. You have a roof over your head.
Yeah.
Your own house.
Yep.
Your own house in 3 years.
Yeah.
Amazing. Amazing.
And we're about a year in the house already.
A year in the house already. Yeah. Amazing. So we are doing stuff and we are succeeding.
Yeah,
we are succeeding.
Yeah.
It's not always rosy, but like I said, while you're going through that part, that initial part, never lose focus on where you're going. So if you were to sum up, maybe in 3 nuggets, what would you say in these 3 years from your experience, what would you say has been your core values, your principles, the core value system, what has kept you going, that you didn't break, you didn't give up? You are on an upward trajectory. So what's been your core values, your principle? What's been helping? Apart from the God factor, I know you are a believer. So God is one.
Yeah, God is one, definitely. I was going to say that faith.
Yeah.
Secondly, my family. Like, I'm a heavy believer in family. I'm the only child.
Right.
So before I got married, before I met my wife, I'm like, God, give me someone that would be my best friend.
Right.
That would be my wife. That would be my everything, right? And he gave that person to me, to the glory of God.
Shout out to Francis's wife.
Yeah.
That's the best gift.
That's like...
My wife is my number 1 trophy.
Exactly.
Number 1.
If you get that wrong, that's the beginning of your problems.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Especially in the diaspora, in this part of the world, you're in trouble.
Yes. Yeah. So family is one for me.
Right.
So hold on to family and never give up to family, as in never give up.
Right.
Number 2, mindsets.
Right.
It is very true, to speak to what you said about how people come, it's very true that you start small.
Right.
Customer service and all that.
Right.
And I still believe customer service agents should be paid more.
We need to campaign for that.
Yes. Yeah.
Right.
So it's good to start small, but don't have the mindset of remaining there.
Right.
Because that's what actually keeps a lot of families at the same level, and they're just very comfortable there. So long they can pay bills, worst case scenario, afford to buy a house, just one house in their lifetime, and you have a new car, they're comfortable.
They're comfortable.
Have this unusual annoyance to being comfortable.
To being mediocre.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, just be angry with that.
Have drive.
Serious drive.
Right.
That's one thing for me.
Right.
Like, I never, like, even to the glory of God, where I am right now, that's a starting point for me.
Yeah,
because,
it's the least level.
It's the least level. Because I know where I'm going to the glory of God, it's going to be huge, right? So that's your mindset. And have yourself, expose yourself to people. Not expose yourself per se, it came out wrongly. Get to know people.
Relate, social skills.
Social skills.
Right.
Because information is key here.
Right.
If you don't have information here,
that's another talk about it.
If you don't have information here, it
just
is well with you.
Yeah, it is well
exactly.
With you.
And it's not going to be an easy thing to actually socialize and get to know people. Because, before you came, people already have their established circle.
Right.
And sometimes it's very difficult to actually break into those circles.
Right.
But you have to be deliberate.
Right.
If you want to actually move forward.
Yeah.
If you're not deliberate.
It's not that easy. That's another talk entirely.
See.
Your own people will even snub you.
Let me not even go there.
Apart from the
oh my God,
the Caucasian.
Oh my God, you'll be shocked. You have to be aggressive in reaching out to people.
Yeah.
Because, like you said, you'll be shocked that people wouldn't even give you information that you need. Even those in your own circle,
your own community.
Exactly. So, but you have to really be dogged, like you want to get that information,
right? And
you go all out,
right?
So that would be my advice to anyone that is coming to Canada. Don't just be a mediocre, don't be complacent, don't just be there. Aim high, like aim high. You see, and another thing is fear. The fear of, let me hold this minimum wage job I have so I don't lose it. And I speak to that because I've actually had that experience in my current role. I had, the payment, the pay bracket, right? You're supposed to have from this, let's just say 5,000 to 10,000 per year, per annum. And I said I needed 6,000. And no, I said I wanted the highest bracket. And my employer was not willing to give me the highest bracket. Because of fear of the unknown. Sometimes you have this fear of, I don't want to lose the one I'm holding. Let me just hold that one. They give me $10 per hour. It's better than nothing. Let me take it. Sometimes don't allow fear to deprive you of that level or that salary or whatever you're going for. Just go. Just go for it. Because I've realized that from our part of the country, like of the continent, right? We have this fear. We don't want wahala, right?
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. Let's just collect it. No wahala, no problem. Be brave enough to go for the best. Which you actually, that which befits you. Go for the best. What's the worst case scenario? You don't get it. That's the worst case scenario. But don't have that fear. So
don't shortchange yourself.
Don't shortchange yourself.
Have confidence.
Exactly.
That's a very good point. I mean, my last guest applied for an HR assistant role. He got HR manager after the interview.
You can imagine. Exactly.
That's the spirit.
That's the spirit. Exactly. Yeah. So
you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So there are so many stories like that. So that's a good point.
Yes.
Fear. Beware of fear and all of that. Amazing. Yeah. Wow, man, Francis, it's been exciting having a chat with you today.
Yeah.
On a final note, I like to always ask this question because again, we will never forget where we are from, home, and all, and especially this period when we listen to news about Nigeria, call home. It's a bit a scary situation.
It is.
And sad too. Sometimes I just want to weep for. I'm praying and I'm like, what's going on in Nigeria?
You want to weep for Nigeria,
and then we have families back home, and a lot of us are here now, right? So in our little way, we will still throw in our thoughts, our advice to policymakers in Nigeria, things we would love to see, right? So if you were sitting with a policymaker in Nigeria and you had the opportunity to say, hey, why don't you do this right, do that right, do this right? What would you say to that person?
Yeah, put these things in place, the structures, put them in place. These basic amenities, like this is something that, this is life, this is light. I mean, light.
Basic.
We're not saying do too much. We're not saying construct skyscrapers or have bridges everywhere, which is good, but light, water, this is basics, like make them available, healthcare. I was watching a podcast a couple of days ago, and it was actually a doctor that was talking. He said the data that he saw, that about $2 billion go out of Nigeria every year.
I think I saw that too somewhere.
About $2 billion go out of Nigeria every year as a result of healthcare. People going out of Nigeria to look for healthcare. So that's how much we lose on a yearly basis. So why can't we build that? And our leaders, they know this because they go out there to actually get these things. Get these things done. They're actually not too much to ask. It's actually not too much to ask. I mean, give us light. Give us water. Now, pure water is normal. Like nobody's even thinking of pipe-borne water in Nigeria anymore. Nobody's thinking of that. If you don't provide water for yourself, you're on your own. Government is not even delving into that, right? So these basic amenities, let's just get that.
That's the barest minimum. In fact, it has gotten so bad now that what we are praying for, what we are even praying for now is to leave. What Nigerians are even praying for now, and what we are praying for is to leave. And
security.
For me, I think it all boils down to leadership. So apart from even the basic amenities, let's even see if we can have leaders that believe in the Nigerian project, that wants this country to survive. Because now it has gotten to the point of let people even leave.
Let people leave.
Do you get what I mean?
People leave.
And I pray that God will help us as a country. We'll keep praying for the country.
We will.
That God will raise leaders that believe in the Nigerian project. Not leaders that are thinking about region, tribe, religion, but the Nigerian project, the Nigerian identity. And so that's what we're praying for. That's what we're praying for. So thanks, Francis, for this amazing conversation. Your voice have just been added to our sanctuary of amazing, life-changing and life-transforming immigrant voices. And thank you so much for coming on this podcast to have this conversation with me. So there you have it, everyone. Great chats and great conversation with Francis. I'm sure you've learned a thing or two. In case you come to this part of the world and a 14-year-old gives you a dirty slap, you need to be mindful of your environment and know where you are. And in just 3 years, you see some of the things he's been able to achieve and all of that. So I want to believe that we must have learned a thing or two from his story. And like I said, we say it here the way it is, real lived experiences of immigrants. We go beyond the headlines and the timelines. And today we've had the opportunity to take a peek into Francis's 3 years story in Canada. So you want to watch out for the next guest I'll be having on this podcast. And it's always a different flavor for every guest that comes. So I'll encourage you to please like and share and subscribe to this channel. Share this amongst your circle of friends, whether you're already in the diaspora, you're in Nigeria, wherever it is you are in Africa. I believe that you would learn from some of the stories and the snippets that our guests are bringing to this conversation. So until I come your way again, it's Wellington Osazoa, and this is Echoes of Wellington.
Echoes of stories that are dead. Echo with Wellington.